Jurassic World Evolution Challenge mode on Isla Pena. This is gonna be the episode where I tear down this whole beginning area of the park and try to rebuild it and make it much more organized. So, as I've said before, this is definitely not a speed run. I'm pretty sure that I could get to 5 stars with this current layout. I just want the park to look nicer and to maybe be a little bit more efficient and make the habitats look nicer. I don't really like... There's nothing wrong as far as the game mechanics go of having a small paddock full of 20 Edmontosaurus, but I don't really like to have it do that, I guess. So we did just have a twister, but nothing too bad happened. The T-Rexes fight each other or stand off like this every 15 seconds, so they were basically just fighting each other the entire time. Whereas the Baryonyx, I had to go down and distract them with the Jeep to make sure they didn't try to break out, so I'm actually going to upgrade this fence to electric. Alright, as you can see, we don't have enough power to support that, so I'm gonna try to upgrade this. And that's not quite enough, so I need to get rid of some of these upgrades. And that still isn't enough. I guess a small power station isn't enough for this lower area, so I'm gonna have to get rid of this and put in a medium power instead. Let's do this real quick because that'll get 2 contracts done. Even if I got the improved output 3.0, I don't think that would have been enough power to support this lower area of the island, it looks like. So that's okay. Apply dig yield to expedition center. Oh, we don't have any hybrids yet. I was just thinking about that. See, rapid stress. We don't want to have more of that. I don't really care about more grassland. I'd rather have more forest. Lowers the social requirements. I don't really want that either. Single species. That one might be good for Stegosaurus if we ever incorporate that into Dinosaurus and Ceratosaurus together. Might be able to make that happen. I'm gonna grab Archaeonithomimus for kind of a goofy reason. I might incorporate Archaeonithomimus into our Jurassic enclosure down here and try to pretend that it's a Dryosaurus. I know that's kind of lame, but I always like to have the different sizes of dinosaurs represented in the exhibits. Pterosaur. Or anything over here? Iguanodon would be pretty cool. Metriacanthosaurus. I always want to put in Velociraptor, but it's such a pain to keep. So we might, we'll maybe do that later. Do I have Chunkingosaurus and Huangosaurus at 100? No, I don't. Alright, so let's focus on doing some building. First things first is there's a chance I may have to just tranquilize and sell all these dinosaurs. There's a chance that I might have to do that in order for this to be a little bit simplified. So I'm not gonna touch the T-Rex exhibit. I think that that's in a good spot, but the other two are not so much. So like I said, this is not a speed run play. This is I want the park to look nice, and it's just gonna be easier to kind of hit the restart button, which in challenge mode you can't really do unless you just tranquilize and just demolish everything. I also noticed in the last video, I think I was recording with like a higher frame rate turned on, and the recording itself like wasn't able to match that, so it ended up kind of looking a little chunky. So I've turned my gameplay frame rate down so that hopefully that looks nicer. It may also just been because the upload was 2 hours long. This exhibit is taken care of. Alright, time to shoot 50 Strophium minus in the face now. Ooh, just barely got the tail. I'm going to turn it on to permanent daytime for this episode so that it's easier to see, especially since we're going to be building things. Alright, are there any more? There's my, the green one. Okay, it looks like they're all tranquilized. Alright, what feeder is empty? Alright, so now I can start demolishing a lot of this stuff. Hopefully, like I said, I literally just had a tornado before I started recording. So hopefully we're not going to have any storms for a little bit. Alright, so I'm trying to, oh, there's one more. I kind of have a loose idea of what I want to do here, but I'm still not 100% sure. Probably gonna just need to demolish like almost all this stuff in order to actually do what I've been trying to do. What just got unpowered? Looks like all this just did. That's okay for now. We don't really need to worry about that. Alright, so I'm going to pause it for a second. I'm going to try to kind of visualize what I want to do. Because as soon as I get rid of this monorail, we're not even going to have access to this area of the park as far as power goes. And we're going to start losing money really, really fast. So what I want to do is pretty similar to what I did down there, is put the monorail and the hotel like right in the middle, right here. Ideally, we'd even have the monorail kind of up against the hill. And then we'd have the hotel overlooking into one exhibit. And then we'd have another exhibit over here. So I think I know what I want to do. We are going to have to get rid of this, though. So everything is... Literally nothing has power right now. And these people are all stranded for the next 10 minutes. I also want to build a more efficient power grid. Alright, so start with this. Put it as far up against there as we can. Rid of that. See, like, you don't have access to any of this stuff when you start challenge mode, so you kind of have to make do with much more limited resources, and you don't start with $10 million in the bank. Oh, like I said, you kind of have to utilize what you can. The other thing I want to do is flatten out all of this so that it doesn't look like complete garbage. Alright. losing a lot of money right now, so I need to, where do we want the Hammond Lab to go? This thing is so big. I almost feel like we have to just use this Hammond Lab down here and transport all the dinosaurs. Like, that would save us so much space to not have a second Hammond Lab up here. Unless I put it back up here again and then ran a path around, which is an option. We could do something like that. Because I really don't like tranquilizing and moving dinosaurs constantly. That gets old really fast. Alright. Let's reconnect this path real quick. If it'll fit. Hopefully I gave myself enough room. Alright, that's okay. Kind of trying to loop a path around where I want the enclosures to be, in case you're wondering. Alright, so we just fixed some of our power issues, at least. The other question is, where am I going to put the ACU and security stuff? I might end up having to just relocate that down here. Large substation. Need to make sure everything is being hit by this one substation here. Which it looks like everything would be if I placed it right here. And then I don't think I need these power lines anymore. Alright, cool. Alright, so we have power restored now. This is like just barely... Oh, there we go. Oh my goodness, it's gonna make me link another one. Alright, that's not ideal, but that's okay. Alright, let's plop down our amenities. I kinda like the idea of the shelter being right there, so I think I'm gonna put that at the gift shop. Oh, of course. Of course, and I don't have the Well, now I need to figure out where I want to rebuild the ranger station. Alright, it's pretty clear to me that I do not have the room to build the ranger station over here, which is a darn shame, because I'd really like to keep it down there. I think I'm gonna have to relocate it to being over here, which means I might as well get... This means that our big Jurassic enclosure is gonna be a little bit smaller than I initially planned. ECU center... Not that one, I want the ranger station. Might as well build the other one. Hopefully, I really hope this fits here, otherwise I'm gonna be a little upset. Terrain constraints, because there's a cliff, maybe. Wow. I need to cure this disease first, so let's worry about that for now. Yeah, I know. What do they have? E. coli again. Yes, I know. The lives of the baryonyx are more important than yours. That's no power. Okay, not low health. And that's just because we need to upgrade this. Okay, so anyway, where are we gonna put our helicopter? Send some dig teams out while we're thinking about it. See, like, this whole area right here is so sloped that it's practically useless. But if I could fit the helicopter there, that would be really nice. So let's see if I can. Yeah, I don't think so. That's a no-go. Where are they? Not a good good sign when you can't see your two T-Rexes. Okay, but oh, okay, they're hiding down over here. Alright, this whole area up here is just so much more cramped than I thought it would be. I'm almost thinking of just making this one nice big exhibit and then using like all of those population mods on the less social dinosaurs so that I don't have to worry about making two exhibits. But I'm not sure if that's a good idea or not. I like having a viewing center there though. I like having a hotel right here. Alright, let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Part of the reason I did all this was so that the pathing didn't look all crunchy. Alright, I think we can salvage that. There we go. Oh good, okay, Rexy took her rightful place as the alpha, because Rexy just destroyed both of the Ceratosauruses and this guy. He couldn't even take down one Ceratosaurus. I do think that he tried to fight the stronger one though, so we'll give him a little bit of, but not much. See what I mean? They like square up to challenge constantly, more than any of the other ones that I've seen so far. So between the hotel and this viewing gallery, we have this whole area covered, so that's good. We're not going to be able to have two exhibits though. That's just probably not going to happen. And we're going to put our gift shop and our fast food down here, I think. I made a big dent in the hillside there. We can flatten this out. I'd like to fit the fast food restaurant right here. That's nice and out of the way. Yeah, that'll do nicely. That, on the other hand, looks like garbage, so let's see if we can fix that. I don't mind having it be rolling and hilly, I just hate having like the really sharp, like where you can clearly tell that I just placed down a building and it like changed the terrain drastically. I am like dreaming of pancakes right now, so fun fact, because one of y'all asked, I think it was Luigi Mario, I work 7 on, 7 off overnights at a hospital, so when I come home, my sleep schedule is basically garbage, and I try to make it back to normal, like waking up and going to sleep like a normal person, because otherwise I don't get to interact with anybody, because I'm awake when everyone else is asleep. This doesn't need to be a high security steel fence. So, like, this is like day 2 of me being, technically day 3, I guess, of me being back home, and, I've started to transition back into a normal schedule, but I still, like, I woke up at like 4:30 because I went to bed at like 9 p.m. Because normally I would be working from 8 p.m. to 7 a.m. So after that I go home, I eat breakfast, and I go straight to sleep. I do like the way this is looking. It looks much more, it's a little less linear than the one down there, which is a little bit more interesting. We'll have room for another building there if we want to have one. Alright, so there we go. That is actually pretty large, which I do like. Let's check our management view. Yeah, pretty much the entire exhibit, with the exception of this opening area, is visible, which is very good. So, I mean, what we can do is we can basically make this our hadrosaur paddock. We'll have like all of the hadrosaurs that have really high social counts and put them in here. While Rexy is sleeping. I love how I don't know if this was in the game initially, but the dinosaurs make way more noises. Like you can hear them breathing a lot more loudly. You could before, at least that's what I've noticed, or else maybe I just wasn't paying as close of attention. I still love the default, just bland looking T-Rex. Alright, anyway. Profit per minute. Yeah, that's because we're down to $6.5 million because we've been spending so much money. But I think that this is good, with the exception of where am I going to put the security center. Or not the security center, the helicopter place. You know what I'm talking about. I feel like this should be really close. Maybe I can flatten it and it'll work. Because that would be really nice if I could fit this here. And if I can't, then I'm probably just going to move the power station over so that I can fit it here. Alright, come on. This is really unfortunate because I probably just need to scoot this up like a couple inches and this to the left a few inches, but I literally have to demolish all of it and rebuild it to do that. Power. Okay. We're still fine with money, thankfully. I really hope this fits now, though. on, you gotta help me out here. Where is the like, look at how flat that is. How is there terrain constraints? Oh, don't question it. Okay. Alright, thank you. And we still are gonna have our large Jurassic exhibit. This is where, right here is where I'm gonna put the entry point with the Gyrosphere. So I am excited about that. I think we finally are making this park look a little nicer. Alright, I'm gonna leave that open, because that's where that's gonna go. Requires power. I need to upgrade this again. Oh, just in time for the tropical storm. Yay. Open shelters. I need to build a weather station, and I think I know exactly where I'm gonna put it. That nice open spot right here. Alright. Only downside is if anything strikes this area of the island, my Jeep is now way down here, but that was basically, oh my goodness, and of course there would be a tornado up there. And I shouldn't be surprised, but doesn't it look so cool? So ominous. Let's tour our new park while it's being destroyed by tornadoes. I have to drive around this way to get over there. Why aren't you guys running? There must not be a secured up a visitor shelter close enough. Whoa, what? That is the coolest jump I've ever not intended to build. That's the T-Rex fence. That'll be the T-Rex fence. Shelter is right there too. And the hotel, oh my goodness. Oh, hey guys, good, you're up there, you'll be safe there, I think. Okay, it looks like everyone Where are you going? Stay perfectly still and let me... Yeah, because you guys just have to have a territory fight right now. That makes perfect sense. That's gonna be a screenshot. Okay, let's fix all this. I've read that it's faster and a little bit more convenient to just demolish all of this and rebuild it. Which is sometimes true, but I like to put like arches and curves in the fences. So then it's kind of like you have to rush to make it look pretty again. Right, that one's fixed. Electrified heavy steel. Or can I just replace it? Will it let me do that? That would be nice. Oh, baryonyx is trying to break out now. Yeah, it doesn't really let you... I don't know, maybe they patched it or something, but it's not letting me... I mean, if I didn't have the Jeep nearby, which I don't in this situation, like this is clearly faster, but... Geez, all that's broken too. At least their comfort level is fine, so when I put them back in, they're not going to try to break out again. I definitely need to have another shelter over here so that people aren't branded. Alright, what's without power? Is it... Oh, it's just that area of the fence. That'll get Chunkingosaurus at 100. Chunkingosaurus and Huangosaurus are going to be our stegosaurs in our Jurassic era paddock for the time being. I'm going to start going there just to get Gallimimus, Velociraptor, and Parasaur. I need to add some... I need to make the fossil center one a bit bigger, because I need the inventory space. Building upgrades. Sure. Yes, please. Research. Yes, please. Alright, what's empty? What did you do? Did you only fix one of them? How is that even a thing? Okay, so... Unused power, 0. Am I even gonna... I might not even have, enough power for my gyrosphere. And I'm definitely not gonna have enough power to upgrade either of these a lot, which is a darn shame. So we might have to reconnect the power grid by running a wire through here again, which is not what I wanted to do, but there's no way I'm fitting another power station anywhere on this island, so... Yes, I know we're making a loss. Calm down. I need to... So basically, here's what we're gonna do with this enclosure now that... Oh, I didn't want that one. I wanted this one. No, I didn't want that one. I wanted success rate 2.0, please. I have hatchery capacity, because that would be nice. Alright. This is gonna be our hadrosaur and ornithomimid paddock. And that's just how it's gonna be. There's gonna be a lot of Struthiomimus, there's gonna be Parasaurs, Edmontosaurus, Corythosaurus, maybe Stygimoloch, because I think that one has a much more tolerable social limit. We're gonna play around with the social genes when we do this, but for now we need to get back in some dinosaurs. I personally like the generic Struthiomimus more than the first two skins that you get, so... There we go, a solid 10 on the rating scale. Alright, so let's work on making this exhibit look nice and pretty. There we go. We're gonna make... Let's just start all over. I kind of have an idea of what I want this to look like. Kind of like the idea of making one end be like a forest. And this will be where they go to feed, and we'll have a couple feeders down here. Have one over here. And we'll have one right here. And then this area up here is going to be kind of like the watering hole, swampy looking area. Hopefully I can smooth this out, because I don't like when the water, like, raises the level like that. Kind of a pet peeve of mine. And then we'll add some shrubs. Make it look a little more lush, I guess. And we'll put, like... I want to see if I can put, like, you know, like 8... I like it. I wish there was a setting where you could see, like, I just wanted like a couple trees just like that. That's all I wanted. And then let's smooth this out over here, because this is sitting on like a plateau. Not working. Let's flatten this. Let's smooth out the edges. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Go. Alright, I am excited for this one. This is one of the more interesting exhibits I've built, I think. Hopefully that's not too much trees. Ruthenimus 20. They're not picky, so they're not gonna complain about the habitat. Alright, we've been neglecting our contracts. Wyangosaurus and Ceratosaurus together. We'll just incubate 2 basic ones down here. And then I'll probably end up keeping the Wyangosaurus for the exhibit. Oh, actually, let's not make this a basic one. I love the step pattern on this dinosaur. It's one of my favorites. There we go. Down to 3 million. We really burnt through our cash to do this, so I hope that we don't end up having an issue of not having enough species later on. Alright, let's have our Taiga Edmontosaurus. Our Watermelonosaurus. And Struthiomimus immediately gets sick. Why is that? Oh, I need to have a gate. Where am I going to put the gate? The ranger team comes up right from here, so... that's probably a nice enough spot. All 3 of them will probably be sick by the time I get up there, unfortunately. Thankfully, I've built this. It's a relatively straight shot to just dodge all these power lines. So yeah, the whole issue that might potentially arise from this is because now I only have 2 exhibits up here instead of 3. We basically got rid of the Dracorex Ankylosaurus enclosure. We may run into issues with not having enough species to overcome the variety penalty later on. So that is the one thing that might come back to hurt us. But I'm hoping that we'll be able to figure that out. Oh my goodness, how are those missing? Thank you. Because let's see, I thought, how many species do we need? 16. I think we can manage that. We might have to break the rules on our... and put in, like I said, I might put Archaeonithomimus into the Jurassic enclosure and pretend it's a Dryosaurus or something like that. Some other upgrades I wanted to research. Like this one, and this one, and this one. Alright, so now that we're repopulating our dinosaurs, we should start leveling out. I'll probably need to focus on contracts or a little bit to get some monies back, but that is okay. Let's go ahead and put some Ceratosaurus in here. I didn't really like the taiga pattern, to be honest. It kind of made it look like a Christmas tree, so we're gonna just not do that. Alright, so our Jeep is down here. Release these two. Peter needs to be resupplied. Then we're gonna get this contract done. Alright, now let's get rid of Ceratosaurus. I'm gonna wreck it. Blah. Hawaiiangosaurus goes straight to sleep. Two large herbivore fossils, that won't be a problem. That's what we're shooting for. Thank God for minerals. Alright, there's no way this exhibit is big enough for you, so... What is it? Audrey, raise the gate! Oh, Joffrey? I forgot what that guy's name was. Let's open this up, and we are going to, maybe not in this episode, but we're going to start our big Jurassic era enclosure. I am pretty excited about. There's a fear that's been out for a while. Forgive me for starving the dinosaurs. Alright, so Hawaiiangosaurus would be happy. Let's put in two more. Alright, so Gyrosphere is going to be here. We're going to loop it around this way, head through here, and then we're going to take it back like that. So... Because of how narrow, well, we can make this a little less boxy. Here, that makes that path a little bit wider. I still want to have two water sources so that they can kind of go in between, as opposed to if I only had one water source, I'd have to keep running back to one, which is nice because it promotes dinosaur movement in the enclosure. But there's going to be a gyrosphere going through here constantly, and that's going to probably mess with that. So I don't want to mess with that too much if I can avoid it. Herbivore feeders. Let's get the trees how I want them first. I kind of like to give myself a clean slate and then visualize what I want it to look like. So Gyrosphere is going to start here, it's going to work its way around. That looks like a good place to have a feeder, I think. There's going to need to be both types of feeders in this enclosure as well. I was just thinking of that. There we go. Alright, so that's probably as much building as we're going to be doing for now. Yeah, I think we are good. We've replenished our dinosaurs. We're back up to about 2.5 stars. And there's still more that we can put in. We basically cut out Ankylosaurus, Crichtonsaurus, and Dracorex for now, mainly just because of how picky they are with social requirements. All these guys really bunch up here, don't they? Funny. Yeah, I think we're doing good. There's a chance we may run into a issue with hitting the species, 16 different species. We might have an issue with that. But I have a couple different ideas if that ends up being the case on how to squeeze in a couple extra species if we need to, so. Alright, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you like the new layout. As you can see, you still come in here. You get to monorail in through the T-Rex kingdom, and you land here. Hotels, got a nice, wow, that's actually, you can actually see the T-Rexes well from here, which is nice. You can't see this enclosure technically, but the game counts it as being able to see most of it. We have a nice viewing gallery down here with our Struthiomimus and Hadrosaurs. Then down here we have 3 exhibits with our Ceratopsids, Baryonyx. Baryonyx is probably going to get swapped out for someone else later on. Probably going to be... I'm not sure. I might put like... I don't know. I kind of like the idea of... I don't know. I haven't used Giganotosaurus in a long time. So maybe Giganotosaurus will go there. And then we've started our huge Jurassic enclosure, which is pretty cool. Gonna have a gyrosphere right here and go around like this. And we'll loop on back and head back in. So, thank you all again for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.